Welcome to Backwater Casting. I'm your host, Rick Greene. My guest today is my buddy Rob Nickerson. Rob's an NBSFA tournament angler, and he's also co-owner of 506 Tackle, which is a local business making jigs and small baits for bass fishing. We're heading for a great day of fishing on a foggy, rainy day on Spednick Lake, so come and join us as we go out and explore the lake. 2 fish over that way, Rob, about 30 feet.
First bait today is actually a new one that we're making at our place. This is another Ned rig, of course, but that's a Barbarian EWG. So you can see the shape of that. It's got a different shape, and that's designed to stay buttoned up when the fish has got it in its mouth, and it makes it a lot harder for it to bend that hook back because of that shape.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I better net him. Yeah, that's 3. That looked over 3. Second cast of the morning. So, that's a good fish right there. Jackall Pompadour strikes again. It's got a funny name, but it's a fish catcher. If I get the hooks out of them. Goodness gracious. Here we go. Nice big solid, big belly. They're feeding up. I mean, they're a month and a half, maybe more off the spawn. Nothing like catching a fish on your own bait, right?
Yeah. I'll tell you, the first couple of times we did it, it was really fun. Yeah. Really satisfying for sure.
You want a net, or are you going to get them?
No, it's not that big. Not as big as the one you get there. But there's that Ned that you're talking about right there. That Barbarian.
Yeah. Nice chunky fish too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chunk.
They're eating for sure, you're right.
Here we go. So these fish, that's the second one that came out of deeper water. You probably got yours in 6 feet, and these have been coming out of 10 and 12.
Oh, okay, and I'm in the weeds as well.
Because we were in close to that rock there. You wonder what would possess any fish in its right mind to eat that bait. Well, it's a full meal deal. You wouldn't have to eat for the rest of this point. Yeah, nice chunky fish.
Oh, that looks like a good one too.
No, he's about the same as my last one. He's an in-betweener. Oh, that is? Yeah, that's in between. He's get that out of the way. I can net him. Yeah, I'd have cried if that had been one of my new Zodius rods. That was an older one. That was on a tube, so I'm mixing it up. I'm mixing it up because I high-sticked that last fish and I broke my rod 6 inches down, so I've got to get top water on something else. But just thought I'd mix it up. That's a nice solid fish, and Rob's got one on too. First daily double.
I don't think he's as big as yours. But do you know what I did? After you brought yours in, I pitched behind you.
Yeah.
And he picked it up behind you. So your guy wasn't alone. So what I just did there to catch that last fish, you would have seen that Rick had one on and he was bringing that to the boat. And we find a lot of times, especially the smallmouth, they kind of group up, or one guy gets excited and they kind of follow around. So once he got that to the boat, I kind of pitched out in front of the boat, back behind where that fish came from. And then I hit that fish right behind. So he must have been following his buddy up to the boat there, and we boated 2.
Tube again.
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, considering that we're going over there, and we're fishing our way across, we're just staying here for a bit. They are strong. Holy smokes. Come on, sweetheart. Nice, yeah, he ate that. So that's getting a deep hook out just like that. Fish is not hurt at all, no blood, nothing. I'm gonna put him back. Oh, I got one too. Double-header, Rob.
Yes, sir.
No, mine got off. Net?
No, he's not that big.
He's gone. How do they come off? Nice chunk too, another one.
That swim bait, look. All right. I'm gonna get him back in. That's a new weedless darter that we're making here as well. This just came out in iCast about 3 weeks ago or so. And that's a new color for us too. That's electric shad. You can see, you can get that close, you can see that that kind of sparkles.
Well, Rob, you had mentioned a second ago that little swim bait, you make that yourself. So how did you get into that?
So a couple of months ago, my wife and I, Wendy, were looking at possibly making some of this stuff on our own because we liked it so much. So we decided to start a little business, you know, kind of on the side on our own, and we bought all the equipment and we started making these baits that I've been showing you here today. We kind of make them. We built a little area in our back shop, so we source the lead and we source these kind of special hooks that we source. And they're kind of no-name hooks, but they are super strong, super sharp. So we started making them at the house, and I pour them up and get them ready, and Wendy takes to painting them, and we have them packaged up, and we have them now at the Minnow Tackle Shop there in Fredericton, and we're selling them to a few folks, and we're getting some stories now, and it's nice to get, you know, we're starting to get a picture or two with people catching our stuff, so we brought some out here today to kind of showcase, and I mean, they're doing pretty well. We brought some for Rick, and hopefully we can get him into some fish using them as well.
Saw him come up off of the bottom and hit that. Too funny. Oh, another good one too. Woo-woo. It's unfortunate we can't have tournaments on this lake.
Yeah.
But you know what? What's such a great thing is there's not a sound. We're out here, we're right here in the, in the middle of New Brunswick basically, and there's not another boat out on this lake. That's a chunk too.
That was a nice fish, Rick. What did you use on that one?
So basically, they would call it a vibrating jig. If you took that blade, if that blade was off, that would basically be what they would call a swim jig. But they put that on, and you could throw that over grass and stuff, and it vibrates and shakes and shimmies when it comes in, and that fish tore that up pretty good. But I had a small trailer, a minnow trailer on there, like a plastic minnow, and they just smoke it, and it's a nice, good size hook. And when you got him, you got him.
He hit it hard.
Like a good one. Gooder.
Hard for sure.
See, and that fish looked like it when it jumped.
He might be. Probably safer to do it that way, I suppose.
Yeah, he's not up yet.
If he'll let me.
That looked good when he jumped.
Yeah. He hit it hard too. Right in the net. It's almost like he wanted to come in there.
I know those
Thank you.
guys. Let's go visit.
Yeah.
Would you get that one on?
That same weedless darter?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Made right in our backyard.
Yeah, made right in our backyard, yeah. I got myself a junior bass. He's not a junior, but he's a junior. I've said so often before, these are the ones that'll put a hook in you. Yeah, I don't know why they are so much worse than the big fish.
When he jumped, he looked okay. He's coming this way though. Gotta catch up. There we go. Okay.
You put the brakes on yet?
Yeah, he's about the same as the rest of the guys we've caught, I guess. There's a whole bunch of like cookie cutter right around there, eh?
Yeah.
But you're right. They're still eating.
Yeah. That.
There we go. Cute little smallmouth. Thank you, buddy.
I think it's another good one too. Yeah, he bumped that jerkbait on the way up. Here you go, buddy. Well, what happened there is I was throwing that jackall jerkbait, and it's really bright. I was actually just thinking it might be too bright. And I was bringing it up, and about 6 or 8 feet in front of the boat, I felt the bump, and I saw the flash on the fish, and he went back down. So I just pitched the tube over where he went down, and he was right there, and I got him.
That hit again on the pause. We're hoping that it's a bigger smallmouth. We're looking for something big here today.
The netter?
We might. Here he comes. Oh, look at that. Jeez. He jumped right in there. It's not that big, but he jumped right in the net. he smacked it. That's what he did. Even for a little guy. Certainly wanted that. He's a chubby fellow though.
Well, so much for it being too bright. That's a nice fish
Oh,
right
that's a good
there.
one. Do you want me to grab the net there?
Yeah, that's a big girl.
Yeah, that's a good one.
From a distance, they all look big from a distance. Oh,
Nice,
careful
easy.
too, because I'm on mono. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet.
That's the biggest one today. That's the biggest one so far today.
Bright chartreuse jackall jerkbait. There we go. Nice chunk. Fat. Fat, fat, fat.
We're going to switch to a jerk bait. Rick was just looking at some bait balls out in front of the boat. I want to throw something out there that looks like bait fish.
No, I'm right here. Swing it here. Lots of hooks. Lots of hooks
These
in
little
there.
guys.
I'll just hold the net. You worry about the fish.
Great, thank you. Boy, he hit that almost as soon as it hit the water. He's
Flop.
feeding up there like he's fatty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feeding up.
That's that jackall re-range.
That might be fish.
More in a
right
minnow
there.
color this time, a little bit of purple on the top. We usually throw the white, but this one's got a little bit of pearlescence on the bottom. And he hit that almost as soon as it hit the water.
Was just sitting right on top while I played with that trolling motor to adjust the speed. I went to pick it up and it was just chaos out there. That looked like a big fish, yeah. Oh, sweet. Yes, sir. For this lake, that's a corker right there. And let's say I'm on mono, so there you go. Yes! That's a good fish. Yeah. Oh. They are so strong.
Yeah, that's a good sized fish, Rick. Let's get a good picture of that one.
Yeah, he's not as big as that other one that got off.
Nice fish.
Maybe 3 pounds.
He's gonna get hit again.
I never saw that fish on the screen. I'm trying to keep
Yeah,
the boat.
I thought I
pointed
just
into
saw
that
2
breeze.
right out in front, and then he cast right at them. Oh, that's another
Gooder.
good one.
Yeah, gooder. Double? No.
Nope. Just getting out of
I
your
heard the
way.
reel speed up. I hit first,
Yep.
go right to. Oh, we got a double.
Just getting out of your way.
Shorten them up 2 feet. Come here. That's a big old fish.
Yes, sir.
Not graceful, but he's in the net. Yeah, Shimano World Minnow. On there, boys.
Same place.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep, same place.
We have a double on the way. Not a monster, but
Well, I don't think it's as big as what Rick just had. Once he saw the boat, though, he was okay coming in until he saw the boat. Thank you, sir.
a double.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me get the camera. Okay, just hold her up. Swing his tail out. Nice, nice fish, good fish.
Thank you, buddy.
Love those jerkbait fish, eh?
Yeah, while you were fighting that fish, the boat kind of turned broadside, so I just pitched right back to where you caught that guy, and I probably didn't pull that twice, and he was right on there.
Just see him over there. Not, he was good. Yeah, there he is. 2-pounder.
You hand with the net?
I was watching the water. I thought he had a buddy. Look at him go. What do you mean? They are so strong. There we go. Not big, but he was mighty. Yeah, I actually, for a second, I thought there was 2 of them.
When he gave up in size, he made up an effort.
He did that.
Little.
Hey, it's a bite. It's bigger than the one I got on.
Little. First cast in the new area. So this new area that Rick brought us to has a lot of big chunk rock, a lot less grass. So I switched to that Ned rig to see if we could get in and around that rock. And that first cast didn't take very long.
Starves you so bad when you're, especially when you're not paying attention. Come on, darling. Does not want to come out.
Good to scoop that on your own, or do you need
Yeah,
it?
I can get it. Yeah. We're looking for twice that size, but we'll take them. Size, Rob?
Well, he's
Yeah?
pulling hard, but you know that these small guys pull hard. For sure. I haven't seen him
Some of them
yet.
are just born tough.
Some of them, yeah. Some of them don't
Hard
know
to
they're
see
small.
him in this light.
He's not pulling any drag though.
Yeah,
He's not very big, but oh gosh. He grabbed that swim bait. There we go. Came out easier than I thought. Little guy, chunky guy though. He's hungry. Good guy. Thank you, my friend.
I was just going to reel in to cast at the one on the screen. Yes, sir. This now compared, this is about the same size as the last one. Zero, actually even a little bigger. Zero fight compared to that last crazy one. That one went all around the boat. Look at his tail too. God, if this was spring, you'd think that fish was on a bed.
Yes, sir.
You know, here we are in August. Yeah, you'd almost think that fish came off a bed. Just when we start to relax and take a pause, have a rest.
I don't think it was paused when he hit that.
That's a big fish too, Rob. It's amazing the light refraction, how big it makes them look. It's still a good fish, but it looks like a 5-pounder down there with that light refraction. Too far. I got to get us out of here.
Oh yes, it's getting shallow.
That's a big fish, Rob. I'm gonna spot lock it and get a picture.
It's back to having the color again.
Yeah, I'll get a picture of that. So you look down, we're in old weed. See that?
Okay. He came on top of it. That was that Jackal re-range jerkbait. I'm pretty sure this guy hit like when I was pulling it, not when it was sitting. Once he decided he was taking it, he was done.
Another nice one, Rob. It's good fun here, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That fish in the water with the refraction of the light looked like it was 5 pounds. Yeah, good fish.
We'll hold him closer to the camera next time so it'll be 5.
It seems fairly good. Again, it was pretty slack line and he just straightened it right out. And I'm fishing with mono on this setup, so you've got a lot of stretch in it, which kind of helps take some of the shock of those sudden strikes. He was the full length of the cast out. Yeah, and he's putting up a fight too. He's a decent size. Give a good account of themselves, don't they? Come on up. There you go. He's lost an eye. He's blind in one eye. And he's totally blind in one eye. Other than that, he's a nice healthy fish. There you go, buddy.
This one feels a little bit, oh, did he let go? No, he's still there. Gosh, I don't want him to jump again.
Yeah, cool. That's what I said about trying to
He might have
cast
got
up
himself
onto
all
that
down in the
flat with
weeds.
that wind blowing in here.
No, gosh.
You
Boy,
gotta be in
oh
the
boy,
weeds.
he got
Oh,
himself
that's
wrapped
tough.
up in the weeds, and
Looked
this
like
one-
another good one.
he
Rob.
has a little bit more spunk, this guy.
No, he looked like a good one. You get you buried up in that grass.
He
you'll know
sure
it.
did. He sure did. Yeah, another chunker.
You rearranged his lunch schedule.
Boy, when he got me tied up in the weeds down there, I thought I was never going to be able to pull him out of there.
He wasn't going anywhere.
Oh, sir, he had every single hook in him, didn't he? Another good
Nice
one.
chunk.
Yes, sir.
Nice chunk. I did that. Watching to see if he's got any buddies. Boys, he's pulling hard. Yeah, there's two of them. You just scoot it right over here and drop it right in there. They were almost side by side. Yeah, there was another one there the same size. Hey, chunk.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. He looked bigger in the water.
He did.
Very deceptive today.
There he is.
I like that. That was funny. You just watch him come up. The net's not buttoned down. Look at the difference of color on that guy. Almost no pattern to him at all. It's brown.
From the other guys, yeah. The other guys had a real subtle paddle.
Just brown. Now the other one was just kind of a plain brown, and you could kind of see some of the bars on this fish a little bit. This side. Yeah, nice fish.
He's built different. He's
Yeah,
thicker
look
in
at him.
Yeah.
He eats well. It was interesting to watch that fish because he came from closer to the boat and charged that bait as I brought it across that shelf. So he saw that coming quite a ways away. Rob, it's been a lot of fun having you out on the boat with us again.
Appreciate it.
Had a much better day weather-wise. We thought we were going to get rain all day, and we had a good morning. We got some rain this afternoon, but the fishing was not too bad at all. We got some nice ones.
Yeah.
I got to watch some of your new hooks in action. 506 tackle supply, and you can get these at Minnow Tackle in Fredericton.
Absolutely.
So this one's a darter head. So why don't you show the folks at home how to rig a bait on a darter head?
Sure. So like Rick said, this is the new darter head that just came out through iCast here a few weeks ago, and we just started pouring them here just about a week ago or so. So you can see there that it's actually called a weedless darter head. So you can see that when we put this swim bait on there, it's not going to have that big hook poking out the top. So it's super simple. We just go in through the nose, out through the bottom, and then once you get past that little crook in the hook, that's where we can landmark here. I usually landmark with my thumb, bring that through to the other side. This particular swim bait has a little place in the top where you can put that hook, but that's where we're talking about being the weedless, where the hook, on a normal swim bait, like a hook sticks way far out of there, and it tends to get caught quite often, but that's the new weedless darter that we're making.
Yeah. And that's a nice simple bait for folks to fish. I mean, you can fish it in woods, you can fish it in grass, over grass, through the grass.
Don't be afraid to throw
water.
it in there and you know, get it dirty and that type of thing, and it's just a chuck and wind thing, is to throw it out there, reel it back in. Super simple.
Let's check out some of your net heads.
Sure. So you've seen us numerous times on Rick's show here throw this Ned head, and we're making actually 3 different kinds of Ned heads. This, of course, is the EWG. That stands for extra wide gap, and that is a weedless presentation too. You'll recognize the hook there from the one that we just looked at. And this again allows us to get that hook right along the side of the bait so that it doesn't tend to get bunched up on weeds or rocks or sticks or anything like that. So we just did the same thing that we did with the darter. We just went in about 1/4 of an inch, get that past the crook in the hook. I landmark that with my thumb through the other side, and we text pose it a little bit, but the same idea. So with that hook running right along the bait, it tends not to get caught in the weeds and the sticks and the rocks. Yeah. And that you know, makes for a better day for you, for sure.
Yeah, that type of head is pretty good for making the bait stand vertical in the water.
Certainly does.
Especially the floaters, the floating baits stand right up.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're exactly right, Rick. It tends to sit down there, and this kind of just wiggles around on the top, and it drives them crazy.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to have something. It's being produced right here in Ormoc, and you know, it's available locally in tackle store. And
yeah, absolutely.
All cool.